Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team and happy, now Sunday. I have a throwback video today from the Insomnia Files. A lot of you have been asking me, are there any updates regarding the mystery underground booms that I always reported on years ago? And so here's a video from 3 years ago, just kind of summing up what was happening at the time. And tomorrow, after much viewer demand, I will be uploading a new updated video about these mystery booms that have happened both up in the sky and in the ground, leaving massive cracks, rumbling and breaking windows, and what's been happening since, and I think you are going to be pretty surprised. So enjoy this throwback. Hope you guys enjoy your Sunday, and if you haven't seen my newest video, I put it up yesterday, and within 24 hours it has hit 200,000 views, so it looks like your guys' emails and tweets to YouTube about not sending out notifications, although some of you do get some, many do not, and they're constantly letting me know that, you know, we got to get the truth out here, guys, just like we have for the past almost decade. So enjoy this video, check out our newest one, and look out for the updated mystery boom video coming tomorrow. The strangeness continues.
We've been following a story in Girard about some loud booms that some people believe are explosions in the city.
A neighbor last night told us it's been going on for years in the neighborhood just off Route 422 on Emma Street and also on Morris Avenue.
Steve Easy tells us people living there want answers.
For years now, people in Girard right around I-80 say they hear and feel explosions, but the one they felt Wednesday took it to another level.
It sounded like a big bomb going off. The floor actually shook. I was laying on the couch and it shook. The roof felt like it was going to come down on us.
Some of her neighbors have cracks in their foundations, crumbling exteriors, and they're wondering if it might be related. Superior Auto Body's right on the corner of Emma Street and 422, and Jared Latone says it happens on average a couple times a week.
It's kind of now just, oh, there's another one. All right, it happened again. It's shaking walls here, knocking items off walls, setting car alarms off.
So could this be something more natural? YSU geology professor Dr. Jeffrey Dick says probably not.
If you're getting multiple banging sounds, that would have to be multiple earthquakes happening, and there would be good evidence for that. So I don't think it's an earthquake.
Emma Street isn't that far from a pretty heavy industrial site, but a lot of the people who live here say they're used to those kinds of noises by now. This is something completely different.
We don't know what it is. We can guess and say we think it's the gas tanks from the cars across the street, but we really don't know.
So, at least for now, the mystery continues, leaving a whole neighborhood on shaky ground. With more local news, I'm Steve.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So, the news clip that you just saw is one of many, and they do not stop. Every week, almost every day now, I'm getting more and more of these news clips, along with messages from viewers from all over the world, still asking the question, what is causing these mysterious rumbling booms that continue to shake houses, break windows, crack brick walls, and that in many cases, as I've been hearing lately, sound as if they are not coming from the sky, but from the ground itself. But we'll get more to that in a minute. So, this is a new clip that actually just occurred in my home state of Ohio. And if you've been following my other videos over these past months, you'll maybe notice a pattern, because many of these mysterious booms, most of them started out in the West. We would get a lot of them in California, Arizona, Texas, Nevada, then one or two down in Florida. And it just kind of worked its way up to the East Coast, and that's where we're starting to see them there. Michigan, now Ohio. And what's so interesting about this case is that before this massive rumble, there were no flashes of light, alright? Nothing seen in the sky, which is something that has been seen occurring in some of these mysterious booms. Some people will see these flashes of light just beforehand, but in a lot of them, no flash of light, as was in this case as well. And what's even more strange about this is that the residents of this town in Ohio, it's like a regular occurrence, where they are hearing these much smaller booms to the point where, it's just another everyday thing. They're almost to the point where they're ignoring it. But when they heard this big one, this giant one that literally started breaking off pieces of their homes, shattering their windows, that is what made them come to the local news saying enough is enough. Please help us figure out what is going on. And as you saw, they have no idea. It's not natural. There were no earthquakes. And so this phenomenon continues. And I've got a lot of people really starting to wonder if something is happening underground, and that maybe that also may have something to do with these bright flashes of light that are being seen in the sky just before some of these booms, as if something is sort of coming down at a very high rate of speed, hitting the ground or going up underneath it, and that is what then causes the mysterious booms. And it's very reminiscent of the hit film War of the Worlds. I'm talking about, well, there's the older version, but my favorite is the 2005 Tom Cruise version, where they have these alien invaders who, unbeknownst to them, have been buried underground, underneath the earth, for hundreds of years, and the way they do it is, well, these alien machines ride lightning bolts down into the ground. And, you know, as eerie and crazy as it sounds, that fictional movie has a lot in common with what is being felt and seen around the world. For instance, we have another new clip, this time out of Cleveland, Ohio, and we actually have the boom and light on a surveillance camera. So check this out. The flash of light is more up toward the top, and then you will hear this massive explosion-like sound. Okay, so let me just go ahead and play the specific part right when the light flashes and then we hear the boom. I want you guys to hear it again. Alright, so again, happened in Cleveland. Another bright flash in the sky, followed by a window-shattering boom, with reports of people feeling the aftershock of this thing rumbling underneath their floorboards, down in the dirt. Now, that would tell me that there's something more going on, not just above the ground, but below. And, you know, it reminds me, you know, whether these objects and these booms are created by something coming from the sky and hitting the dirt, it could also mean, and I've put this theory forth many times, as have many other viewers, which is that there is some sort of super secret underground construction happening virtually from east to west underneath the continental U.S., and I'm talking about some possible railway system or tunneling system that has been built and has been in the process of being built for over 50 years now. Now, if you remember some years back, a secretive map was leaked online that depicted an area on the west coast where a number of these underground tunneling systems were being built in secret. And you're seeing that map here. Now, it's said that these tunneling systems and the circled areas that they are linking to are various deep underground secretive bases, where, suffice it to say, some heavily classified stuff is going on. And so let's just say for a minute, well, you know, we don't really have anything to back this map up. We don't know where it came from. It could have, you know, some kid could have drawn it up on MS Paint and released it online. Well, yeah, that's possible. But I'm going to tell you why I think that this map is definitely legitimate. And it goes back to an interview I did, and a couple of videos in fact, where I spoke about something called the Missing 411. You guys will know it by the title of a book, a number of books called The Missing 411, created by the author David Paulides. I even had him on the channel and did an interview with him. And basically in this book, this guy, this former cop, mapped out every single mysterious disappearance that has happened in, near, or around our national parks. Because, believe it or not, a lot of people on Earth, well, and specifically in the United States, go missing every year. We're talking thousands upon thousands of people a lot of them near or in these giant forests, these national parks, never seen again. And in many of these instances, there are a lot of strange and unexplainable circumstances. For instance, a little boy goes missing, couldn't be more than 2 or 3 years old, at the bottom of a 10,000-foot mountain. So there's this huge search of the area. He isn't found. And it isn't until just a day or two later that the boy's remains are found some 50 miles away from the place that he went missing. And not only that, is found 10,000 feet up at the top of this mountainous ridge. And we're talking about a 3-year-old boy. We're talking about a toddler that, let alone, would not have been able to traverse a distance of 50 miles within just a day or two on foot, not to mention scale up a 10,000-foot mountain. And so that's just one of the mysterious stories and disappearances around these areas. And if you haven't seen those videos I've done, I'll put a link to both of them down in the video description. One I'll put to the Mr. Paulides interview, as well as the video that I've done on these national forests. And so, going back to this map that was supposedly leaked showing these underground tunneling systems, well, we were amazed to find that after putting this map over top a map that was created by Mr. Paulides in the Missing 411, where he has mapped out where all of these disappearances happen, which oddly enough seem to always happen in clusters and in certain areas. And what was found out was that when placing this map directly over his map, a lot of these secret bases that these underground tunneling schematics connect to are damn near right in the areas of these massive clusters of missing people. Now, mind you, these maps were created some years apart, but as you look, you will notice that in many areas of these connecting tunnels, you will find these clusters of missing people that were mapped out and investigated by Mr. Paulides on his map here. So, that certainly leads me to want to investigate more and figure out that, well, if there are these deep underground bases and tunneling systems and underground work that has continued to this day, and in the same areas where we have predominantly been hearing these mysterious booms as of late, all around the West Coast where this map is, but now we're seeing it go out to the east. And it would only stand to reason that once they completed this underground work on the West Coast, they would start to expand out to the east, which is where we are now getting these massive underground rumbles, again, sometimes followed by lights in the sky, but many of them don't. And so has this secretive construction continued out to the East Coast? Or on the other side of the coin, could these underground rumblings be caused by these flashes of light, something entering our atmosphere from space, slamming down into the dirt and burying itself, which then causes this shaking? I don't know, but I'm just trying to put the pieces together because these cases have continued and continued. And we're going to continue following it here on the channel. So anybody from Girard, Ohio, or up in Cleveland, if you've experienced this stuff and you have any more information, send me an email or post it down below. We're going to stay on it. Something is not right here. And, we'll keep following it along with your help. That's why I'm glad to have my Insomnia team here with me, because I couldn't do it without you guys. So with that, that is all I have for you guys today. Be sure to stick right here with the channel, turn on notifications, follow me on Facebook and Twitter for updates as to when new videos are coming, and I will see all of you back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.